Are you thinking about starting your retro gaming journey with Nintendo consoles in 2025? Well, I was in the same position not long ago. Growing up, I never had the chance to own a console, but in 2024, I decided it was time to change that. I wanted to experience gaming the way it was meant to be played, on the original hardware. This is a story of how I began my retro gaming journey, focused on Pokémon and the consoles that made it all possible. Welcome to Pixel Retro Gaming 23. Here we explore retro gaming, consoles, and everything in between. Let's dive in. When I finally got my hands on a Game Boy Color, something clicked. Growing up, I could only dream of owning one. Emulator had been my gateway, but nothing compared to playing Pokémon on the original hardware. With Pokémon Blue in hand, I began my journey to complete the Pokédex. Back in the day, trading Pokémon was out of the question for me, so having all 151 Pokémon was something I never thought I'd achieve. But now, with my own Game Boy Color, I could finally experience it the way it was meant to be. Completing the Pokédex wasn't just about nostalgia, it was about finally bringing that childhood dream to life. Here's something special. My Game Boy Color came in the original box, a piece of history. It felt amazing to finally hold it, not just the console, but everything that came with it. Inside the box, there was the guide that introduced some of the best titles for the console, like Pokémon, Mario, and more. It really reminded me of the iconic titles that defined the Game Boy Color era. There was also a card inviting you to join Nintendo Club, a nice touch that Nintendo always had, making you feel part of something bigger. And, of course, the Game Boy Color manual, a simple yet nostalgic piece explaining everything you needed to know to get started with your handheld. In addition to Pokémon Blue, I got cartridges for Daffy Duck, Wario Land 2, and Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. All cool titles, but the Harry Potter one was something special to me. My next big step in the retro gaming journey was getting a Game Boy Advance SP version 001. This was a game changer with the backlit screen and compact design. When I turned it on for the first time, seeing the Game Boy logo on the screen felt like a milestone. The backlit screen was a huge improvement, but to play third-gen games, I bought two Flash Omega cards online. Unfortunately, due to the high prices of original cartridges in my country, I was unable to get them for now. Here is the link cable, essential for trading Pokémon between Game Boy consoles. As you can see here, the Game Boy Color and the GBI SP are connected, ready for some trading action. In future videos, I'll be diving into trading between the first generations of Pokémon. Here is the certificate for completing the Pokédex, which you get at Celadon Mansion. It felt like a dream when I was younger, especially because I could never evolve certain Pokémon. And here they are, my Gengar and Alakazam, two Pokémon I always loved but could only evolve through trading. Now, I finally have them in my collection. I also found an old GBA SP in pretty bad shape, so I decided to mod it. The idea was to bring it back to life and make it something special. After some work, I installed an IPS screen for a better display and gave it a Charizard themed shell. The result is amazing. This mod GBI SP is now one of my favorite consoles in my collection. In my journey through retro gaming, I realized there was one more chapter I had to explore, Pokémon Gold and Silver. Most recently, I bought a cartridge of Pokémon Silver, but these classic games were something I missed out on growing up, and with the remakes available on the Nintendo DS, Pokémon SoulSilver and HearthGold, I knew I had to experience them. So I decided to take the plunge and purchase a Nintendo DSi along with a new 3DS. My goal was clear: play SoulSilver and enjoy the nostalgia of Shoto region while also taking advantage of the wireless trading features, something I had never experienced before. When I got my new 3DS, I immediately decided to personalize it. I modified the console, I unlocked it, and I installed a Lugia theme. Along with the new 3DS, I also got a Pokémon Alpha Sapphire cartridge. When I inserted it and powered the system on, it was incredible to finally see Hoenn in full 3D. The region of Hoenn, which I'd only experienced in 2D before, felt so much more immersive with the 3D. It was surreal to see the region and its Pokémon in such a new perspective. Even after all these years, seeing it in 3D was a reminder of how technology could breathe new life into classic games. And that's it for today's video. I've shared with you my journey through the world of Pokémon, from the Game Boy Color to the new 3DS, showing off my collections and all the cool ways I customize my console. It's been an amazing ride seeing how far technology has come while still preserving the nostalgia of the classics. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe for more content like this. I'd love to hear about your own retro gaming experiences and what consoles or games you cherish the most. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.